Hey there, all my soul peeps. Angel of the Dawn back with another message. This one is going to be a twin flame message. Not a how are they feeling about you, just what is going on with the Divine Feminine and what is going on with the Divine Masculine. And I wanted to give a shout out to all of my previous and new subscribers and all the people that are interacting. I love that you guys are letting me know that my readings are resonating. That is awesome. And you guys are awesome. Yeah, I really look forward to getting to know everyone better. I will start doing lives pretty soon. I keep thinking about doing it, and then the energy just doesn't necessarily feel right because a lot of things stop my videos sometimes and I have to redo them. So when the timing's right, I will do lives. Because I feel like that's probably the best way to start interacting with you guys on a regular basis and get to know you guys. Let me know what you guys think about that. Alright, so I'm going to do up top the Divine Feminine and down below the Divine Masculine. Okay, we've got the Queen of Cups. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Right on, Divine Feminines. Right on. Really feeling into your emotions and your spirituality. Really getting grounded and secure in who you are. Alright, we've got the Three of Pentacles. Building something, working on something. Building a foundation, I feel like. And I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, you really have like internal foundation. Now I feel like this is working on external foundation on your pentacles. On your finances. Then you've got the King of Cups. So now we've got divine counterparts on the board. Oh no, sorry. That's not the King. That's the Knight of Cups. Okay. I was a little confused there for a second. Although divine counterparts are amazing, it just didn't fit with the energy that I was feeling. The Knight of Cups, though, does. Because that, just like here with the Three of Pentacles, after filling into your own stability and foundation within, then starting to build it externally, I feel like now, Divine Feminine, you're in a state of wholeness within yourself that you are ready to give or receive a love offer. You're in a place where you're very balanced and, yeah, you're ready to, because I don't feel like up until this point you were fully ready to take on another's energy into your space in a very intimate way. Yeah, Ten of Wands. That is just not worrying anymore. You're really letting go of worry and anything that held you back, and you're climbing that mountain. Yeah, I don't want three more. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think I have room for that. No, we're going to just get one more. Or two. Really? That's probably the same ones. The Ace of Pentacles. The Death card. And actually I feel like it went like this. I don't know how they actually fell, but that's what I feel. And then the overall energy is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is actually one of those cards I just didn't take. So they always come out if they're supposed to. So I feel like there is a definite ending to... I feel like, a lot of these burdens were internal. Like blockages in chakras or long-held beliefs, I feel like. And because of all the pentacles on the board, I really feel like this has to do with lack consciousness. And I was getting some pings about that this morning, because that resonates in my own situation heavily. That's one of the major blockages that I'm still in the process of working through. And so I feel like this is saying, we're moving through that. And really, I feel like it's the end of this. I feel like because as Divine Feminines, we've gained and maintained this balance within ourselves and really become, the queens of who we are, really stepping into it. Yeah, this is definitely a cause for celebration. This is, and a Divine Feminine power. Oh yeah. Wow. This was the next card underneath, Queen of Wands. So then getting really clear about what you're passionate about. After all this balance, then you're going to light that shit on fire. Okay. And and the Ace of Cups is underneath that. So, okay, Divine Feminines, this is looking amazing. Okay, so the Three of Cups here, I feel like this is a lot of Divine Feminine power. This could be, I'm getting that this financial start here, or this foundation that is being worked on, could involve other people from the spiritual community. It does not have to be all women per se, because we all have an equal amount of Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine within ourselves. So, but I do feel like that could be external partnerships in business, creating something, large together or something. And this could just be by yourself and just celebrating and having, feminine power. Because I'm also hearing Maiden, Mother, and Crone. So really stepping into all aspects of yourself and really embodying your feminine power. So that's pretty amazeballs there. I don't think I've ever said amazeballs before in my life. I have no idea why I just said amazeballs. And I'm pretty sure I said it like 3 times. So, anywho, that is pretty awesome, Divine Feminines. 2019 is looking super. I just heard starting it off with a bang. Alright, Divine Masculines. What do we got going on for you guys? Divine Masculines. Oh, my little dog. Goodness. She's a snorter and a sneezer. And she's never probably more than 10, 12 feet away from me. She's deaf. And I've had her since the day she was born. I literally helped birth her. And she's my little sidekick. Alright, let's see what we got. Divine Masculines. I think I'm going to do an extended on this and do a spread about what happens next in the connection, because this is kind of dealing, individually. And we've got the Page of Swords, because obviously this is for twin flames in separation. But as I've stated before, I feel like I mostly channel for twins that have been in union, currently in separation, working on union. The World Tree. So I feel like the Divine Masculines are... Goodness, baby girl. Bless you. The Divine Masculines are currently really reflecting and putting a lot of thought into, what makes them happy. Got the Sun card. Was literally trying to get those happy words out my mouth when I dropped it. Really figuring out and how to make that happiness, how to integrate that happiness into their life. Like, I feel like they've become so far disconnected. This guy, he's like out there in nothing, you know, and he's just staring off into space. I feel like the Divine Masculines have become so disconnected from listening to their soul and their own intuition and just themselves in general as a whole. I feel like they just haven't, they've really disconnected. They're very much living in, or have been living in, the 3D matrix, and all of these energy shifts and changes are causing them to really, really examine everything. They've had so many tower moments. And I feel like Dark Night of the Soul, maybe more than one Dark Night of the Soul. I don't know how all that works. I just know that, you know, we go through a period of time where we kind of reflect within ourselves and realize a whole bunch of stuff. And then we go through a lot of times where we deal with 3D stuff and learn how to release that. So I feel like they've went through the Dark Night of the Soul where maybe they've went in and realized a bunch of stuff about themselves. Some may still be going through this. I mean, because this is an individual leveling up. I thought it was so funny the first time that I ever heard Aluna say that this was all a game, because I've been equating life to, and because I've never been a gamer and I'm old school, like Mario Brothers, you know, from original Nintendo. I guess I could get some more cards here. I got to talking. Anyways, for the last couple of years, I have equated it with like Mario Brothers and leveling up. Got the, what was that? The 4 of Discs. Materialism. And the 10 of Wands. Force. I feel like the Divine Masculines are realizing this tie to the 3D matrix here. And we have the 10 of Wands too, yeah. They're putting down the burdens too, so that's a mirroring effect here. Let's get a couple of more cards, because this could be more mirroring than I realize. Yeah, they're both in the 5th card place. Interesting. Give me 1 or 2 more cards, please, universe, for the Divine Masculines. Because I really feel like they are coming to terms with the fact that they have been very much living in the 3D matrix. And even if they don't, you know, subscribe to the 3D matrix, what do you call it? The 3D matrix story, whatever you want to call it. They still are starting to realize, like, if their spiritual awareness has not taken them, their thought process, like above and beyond this world, even if they've started to ascend, they're still seeing that money isn't everything, and that sacrificing everything for money, yeah, because we've got the, okay, hold on, yeah, restriction, 5 of discs, Page of Cups, reflection, yeah, just confirming everything I just said. And then the bottom of the deck is regret. Okay, so I feel like, here, let me get all these lined out, and then I'll talk. Otherwise I get sidetracked. And yes, obviously, I have a thing about these laying right. Okay, so anyways, Divine Masculines. Very much realizing what kind of, that this materialistic thinking is restricting their growth and their movement, and I feel like it's threatening their foundation. Like they've been holding on to it because they felt like it was their foundation, but what is happening in reality is it is threatening their foundation. And I feel like they're very much being forced to recognize this. And yeah, I feel like, and this is not like to put one higher than the other, but you know, as far as I've understood what's going on in this awakening process, the divine feminines are basically being the phoenix that rises out of the ashes and blazing the trail for this awakening and enlightenment process. And then the divine masculines follow, and then the collective follows. That's just my understanding. And so take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But so I feel like the divine feminines are here in this space of just getting over a lot of this same type of energy, you know, clinging to the material world, not necessarily money, but the 3D matrix, you know, other people's thoughts and beliefs and ideas about what she should and shouldn't do, what is right for her and what is wrong for her. And I feel like that's where the divine masculines are currently at. They are working on getting out of this energy. And they are very much, they're having a lot of regret. And I feel like because, like I previously said, I channel for divine twins that have been in past relationships and now separated. I feel like the divine masculines are looking back on the situation with the divine feminines with a lot of regret. I feel like that they are feeling like they have wasted a lot of time, energy, and resources in the wrong direction. But that's because they're still in this learning process, and with some more contemplation and reflection, they will see the reason why things had to go the way that they did go. Because everything happens for a reason. Everything is very much, nothing is coincidence. In my opinion, everything is divinely orchestrated. And it's something we know at a soul level. We feel it, we know, but we've been programmed against that, against our own knowing. So learning to trust our own knowing, I feel like is something that the divine feminines are very much getting a hold of or have gotten a hold of. And the divine masculines are right there. They're in that process of, and they're watching the divine feminines. And because the divine feminines, they're seeing that she's trusting herself and that is working. You know, I think their first inclination is to then, you know, move in and trust her and kind of just let her guide. But, and although she is a guide or can be a guide, they shouldn't cling to the divine feminine at the same time. And I know everybody that's wishing for unions going, oh, shut up. But we don't want the divine masculines to come to us without being in this balanced state. Because if they come to us in an unbalanced state, we will be in separation again. And I don't know about you guys, but every time I have gone back into union and separated with my divine masculine, it has been, well, I mean, it's been a learning process. And again, everything has to happen for a reason, but it didn't feel good at the time. So I don't personally want to come back into union. And matter of fact, I would rather move on to a soul union with somebody else than go back with my divine masculine not being in this balanced state. And that's just my opinion, so don't shoot the messenger. Because I do feel like the divine masculines, everybody put their guns down, knives down, whatever. I do feel like the divine masculines are getting it and moving into the place where they need to be and everybody wants them to be. So, because I really feel like they're having, and this may be a little bit to deal with, is this regret until they do realize the lessons that needed to be learned and that everything did have to happen. This could be an energy they really, you know, shouldn't get stuck in, because that could lead to a lot of depression, and it could lead to addictions and just a whole bunch of lower level energies that would just delay their process and keep them in more tower moments and things like that. So really, I feel like they are doing the reflection, thinking about things, and, you know, going to realize and put down all these burdens of, you know, blame, fault, wrong, right, regret, and just triumph over tragedy, which is really not tragic. It's really just a learning process. It's just, we've been programmed to believe certain things, certain ways, and learning lessons isn't one of the things that we've been programmed to learn to love. And that's kind of part of what we're here to do, is learn lessons. And I keep looking at this, the birds in both of these cards. And I believe they're hawks, but I always see eagles too, so either way. But it's funny because I feel like the divine feminines are like the phoenix, and the divine masculines are the eagle or the hawk. A very powerful bird that is really starting to, you know, once they're in their full divine power, they just really, really have vision and clarity, and but also have this just deep, deep knowing and air about them. A very, and that got the moon in this one too. And it's funny because I also seen, this is a sun card, but I seen the moon when I looked at it. So, and there's the moon in here. So these full moons, and I think I've said this in a past video, these full moons recently, at least I feel like there's full moon, full moon, full moon. These last 3 months, in my opinion, maybe longer, but it's something that I've personally noticed the last 3 months. These full moons have been transformative. And I feel like I'm putting that mildly. because I really feel like the divine masculines and the divine feminines, I know I've made strides, and I don't necessarily see my strides as big as what I feel like the divine masculine collective is going through. I can't say personally for my specific divine masculine, because it's hard to tell with him. But anyway, every time I think he's getting it, I feel like he slides back 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 steps. But I try not to judge and just keep moving on, because he'll do what he has to do. Like I said, I'm at the point where I'm ready to give and receive love. And so whether it is with him or a soulmate, I feel like that's just the next step. So, anyway, yeah, I feel like they are very much, when they're in their power, just majestic beings, is what I'm getting. And, yeah. And we've got this eclipse and new moon coming up, too, that I have a feeling is going to be hugely transformative. Hugely transformative. Like, I've been feeling that in my core, kind of in my solar plexus heart chakra area. Just almost kind of like tugging there in both places. Like a flipping magnet. Like the U-shaped magnets, you know, that, yeah, huh. That's interesting. That's interesting. Because, yeah, I've really been feeling that big time. Like the last week or two. Man, really the last week. And it feels like it gets stronger every day. But anyways, I digress about this. This video is plenty long enough. I am going to go ahead and do an extended. You can, it'll be the same as if you ordered a he said, she, or not he said, she said, how are they feeling about you? Spread. It'll be the same price. I don't have this on my PayPal, this one, because it's the first time I did it like this. So you can just order the he said, she said, and you'll get this one. Just make sure you put today's date. When you order or when you send me the email. And yeah, so I'll do that, and it'll be available for $4.44. And I'm going to dig deeper into this because this is pretty interesting. I really like what we've got going on with both twins here. Good things, good things. So if you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. I love it when you guys comment and let me know that these readings are resonating. You guys are beautiful and awesome, and I love you guys. And if you guys are interested in soul coaching, a private reading, the new service, remote energy space clearing, or just donating to my channel, that information is in the description box below. And I think I'm going to do a video that kind of explains everything a little bit more, because I don't think that I've done a very good job of explaining what exactly I do. So, anyways, this is Angel of the Dawn, and saying peace, love, and light out. Until next time.